Good morning. Going back to the start, what was reported within the first month of Summerwell's disappearance? It's been 15 months and 1 week, or 67 weeks and 1 day, 470 days, or 11,290 hours and 43 minutes, or 676,333 minutes and 45 seconds since Summerwell's went missing. Now, a lot of people think that this case has gone cold, and so I decided to look up what a cold case was. Cold case, it's a noun. An unsolved criminal investigation which remains open pending the discovery of new evidence. The cold cases that have never been solved. What is a police cold case? A cold case is defined as an unresolved murder or long-term missing person, unidentified human remains, open criminal sexual assault, or undetermined death. One of the first elements of a proper cold case investigation is the examination of the documents and evidence that constitutes the original case file. Cold case means a felony crime reported to law enforcement that has remained unsolved for over 1 year after the crime was initially reported to the law enforcement and for which the applicable statute of limitation has expired. Are cold case files available to the public? Old murder cold case files are public records in the U.S., meaning anyone can view them through a simple request. You may submit a request at the local courthouse or local law enforcement headquarters. Note, arrest reports and crime and incident reports are not public records in some states as of December 13th, 2021. Can citizens help solve cold cases? A citizen detective can play a very important role in efforts to help solve cold case murders. Digital literacy is a skill set that will serve these digital volunteers and citizen solvers in their journey of how to become a cold case investigator. The disappearance of Summer Wells, a timeline of events 1 month after she vanished. A 5-year-old girl clad in gray pants and a pink shirt, her blonde hair cropped short, came in from gardening and went to play with her toys in the basement of her family home in rural East Tennessee. That was the last time anybody saw her. 5:30 p.m. on June 15th, 2021. Summer was planting flowers about 20 feet from her family's house on Ben Hill Road in the unincorporated community of Beech Creek. 6:30 p.m. on June 15th, 2021. Summer was reported missing to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department. Midnight on June 16, 2021, the Tennessee State Bureau of Investigation releases an endangered child alert for Summer. Shortly after 11 a.m. the following morning, on June 16, 2021, TBI changed the endangered child alert to an Amber Alert. The endangered child alert is issued when there is concern for child safety, while Amber Alerts are reserved for the most serious of missing children cases, where officials believe a child is in imminent danger. We're still wanting to know what caused that to happen. 4 p.m. on June 16, 2021, officials with Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and TBI held the first of what would be several news conferences updating the public on search efforts. About 30 tips were called in before the end of the day. Several news conferences. No, there was very few news conferences that was held on behalf of Summer. 1 p.m. on June 17, 2021, Search teams said steep and dangerous terrain, including dense canopy coverage and ground cover, were hampering their efforts. Poor cell phone service was also making it difficult for them to communicate. 8:40 p.m. on June 17, 2021. Investigators began asking anyone who lives on or near Ben Hill Road to check their trail cameras, surveillance footage, and outbuildings for any sign of Summer. June 18, 2021. Summer's father spoke to media outlets for the first time, saying he was at work when Summer went missing. June 19, 2021. TBI shared photographs of Summer's house and property where she was last seen. The 22nd. 1 week after Summer's disappearance, TBI reported receiving at least 221 tips. Investigators continued to push residents in the area to check their barns and crawl spaces for places a child might hide. Specialized searches in the Beech Creek community carried on. June 23rd, investigators set up a roadblock to ask drivers if they noticed anything unusual on the day Summer disappeared. Why wasn't that set up June 16th or 17th? Why did it wait? How many days was that? 8 days later? June 26th, TBI asked for the driver of a Toyota pickup truck to come forward after a witness reported seeing it in the Beech Creek area in the late afternoon or early evening of June 14th or 15th. Officials said the person may have seen something related to Summer's disappearance. On the 27th, officials announced they are scaling back search operations. Not even a month into it. July 1st, the Polk County Sheriff's Office in Wisconsin told WJHL Summer's disappearance renewed interest in the case of her missing aunt, Rosemarie Bly, who vanished in Polk County in 2009. Now, in a missing child case, for this to be part of the timeline is very strange to me. What was so important about this case that made them start looking for Rose again after all those years? Something's not sitting right there, guys. July 2nd, Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson told WJHL they have received no solid leads from the over 750 tips called in. The 11th of July, Lawson told the Times News Summer's case is nowhere even close to being cold. July 12th, TBI confirmed they received 935 tips regarding Summer's disappearance. Recorded video, Lawson told the public everything is still on the table. We're still trying to find out what happened to Summer, so everybody is still a person of interest, he said. On the same day, in an interview with the Times News, Summer's father, Donald Wells, expressed little hope that she was still alive. On the same day, in an interview with the Times News, Summer's father, Donald Wells, expressed little hope that she was still alive. He also confirmed he, his wife, and his mother-in-law all passed lie detector tests in the early days of the investigation. 13th of July, Shelley Smitherman, Assistant Special Agent in charge with TBI, said investigators typically have a credible tip or lead to go off of within a couple of days of a child disappearing. And I could have swore that was Leslie Earnhardt that said that. Earnhardt. What to know? Summer has blonde hair and blue eyes. She is about 3 feet tall and weighs 40 pounds. Investigators said she was last seen wearing gray pants and a pink shirt and was possibly barefoot. Now I've got one question for all you parents. When your child was 5 years old, up until they probably started school, did you not know exactly how much your child weighed and how tall they were? I mean, you took your child in for regular visits with the doctor. And that's one thing parents always keep up with. Not to mention, didn't she just go in and get a school physical so she could start school? You tell me, what is the national average for a child at the age of 5? How tall should that child be? They're trying to tell us that Summer was no taller than a kitchen stove top, the top of your kitchen counters. That's the size of maybe a 3-year-old, maybe a 4-year-old, but not a 5-year-old. And if y'all think about it, those metal barrels, like the one that she's dancing in front of, those are 3 feet tall. Now, I will go back and recheck again, but I do believe when she's out there dancing in front of that red barrel, she's taller than that red barrel. So these parents didn't even have a clue how tall their child was. So was she really 3 feet tall and 40 pounds? You tell me. Anyone with information about her disappearance is asked to contact TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND or the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office at 423-272-7121. Tips can also be emailed to tips@10.gov. Guys, I know this is all information that you all have already heard a million times over the past 15 months and 1 week, but sometimes we have to go back and start again. Sometimes when you research, go over, re-examine, you'll see things in a different light. Maybe you'll see something that you missed. So I'm asking everybody, stop with the videos of Don Wells. Stop with the videos of Candace. Stop with all the rumors and all that. Go back. Take just the news conferences, TBI pressers, all of that, and only listen to that. After Don and Candace give their first few interviews to the news and newspapers, stop there. Just listen to what law enforcement and TBI and the news has to say and see what's said on there and see if we can't figure out something that we missed after getting engrossed in all these elaborate videos and live streams that Don and Candace appeared on, and we got caught up in this nightmare of a story about this child. We've got to go back to the beginning and start again and see if we have missed something. And guys, don't forget to pray for this case. Pray for Summer. Pray for her brothers. Pray for all the missing kids. And I'll see you guys on the next video.